Welcome to Welligion, where we highlight and teach you our best health practices for mind and body. Here are your hosts, Brent Anderson and Veronica Sosa.
Hello. If you're like most people, and definitely like myself, growing up, we learned that as we age, we get sick, and that we have back pain, and that we need to take medication, and that the pot belly's normal, the loss of balance, and all these things, and especially memory kind of loss as we age. And these are common things that we're all taught, and we sort of ascribe to them as we go through life and blame things on this aging process.
Or if you're young, or maybe you're a young mom and you've just had a child and you're starting to see changes in your body and things that maybe nobody's ever told you about, like leaky bladder or those extra pounds that are a little hard to take off after you've had a baby. Postpartum depression, baby blues, people call those things normal, but in reality, they're really hard to deal with sometimes. And sometimes we don't talk enough about it with the right people.
And we're told there's nothing you can do about it a lot of times. I mean, we go to the doctor and say, hey, that's part of aging. Or I remember hearing my mother complaining about something after childbirth, and my grandmother saying, welcome to womanhood. And I think that sometimes just in our social environment, some of these things are just acceptable.
Exactly.
Not realizing that there actually is a lot you can do about it. And one of the things we want to tell you about is that even though in our healthcare system today, the physicians are so busy, they understand and know that there's a lot that we could do to prevent these diseases. But we're so caught up in managing the disease that we forget and we don't teach and we don't spend time discussing how to prevent the disease in the first place. And that's really what we're here for. My name's Brent Anderson.
And I'm Veronica Sosa.
And we've been in practice for over 30 years. Veronica in psychology and life coaching, and me in physical medicine, and particularly dealing with physical therapy. And we've seen a lot of successes that come from doing little things that make big differences.
Exactly. It's not just about prevention and intervention. It's also about creating your own vision of wellness. And what does that mean? It means maximizing and being at your very best and really living the life that you want to be living at your full potential.
And you talk about wellness, Veronica, and we've come up with the name Welligion. And you might think of, well, where does Welligion come from? Well, it comes from the idea of wellness. And then we also are playing a little bit on the idea of religion, where it's something we ascribe to that has supreme importance to us. And we want to reinstall the idea that our health is our religion, and that we want people to take responsibility and to subscribe, ascribe, be part of this, and to really be dedicated and disciplined to making healthy choices.
Absolutely, and I think for a lot of people, it's also about sifting through information. There's so much information out there, and so much of it is actually totally contradictory. And I think what we have found is that the most important thing is to find out what is going to work for you. What are the things that you might already be doing that are already healthy things that are going to best work for you so that you can maximize your own vision of wellness?
And I think the key thing you brought up here is this idea of individual. Each of us have very specific needs, and we're very complex animals, humans, because of the psychology, the social, the emotional elements, as well as the physiology. And not only that, you think about what we're exposed to on a daily basis, with pollution, with stress, with technology. We think technology is supposed to make our life a little bit easier, but it actually increases and adds stress to us.
Well, and even these notions of success that we might have, at what price are we paying to have this amazing job or be this incredibly successful entrepreneur, right? Like, does that come with stress, anxiety? Is it taking a toll on your marriage, on the relationships in your life? What does that do to your health overall over time?
When you think about anybody that's become successful, anybody in the term of, that's accomplished something, whether it's an artist or whether it's, in a job, or it's being a parent, or it's a successful relationship, they all require one thing, and that's discipline.
Absolutely.
And I think this is the thing, is where we want to empower you, like we've been trying to empower ourselves as well, to be informed agents that can make decisions for yourself. And even if you're dealing with things like obesity or dealing with heart disease, there is so much that you can do. And if some of these topics that we've been discussing with you resonate with you and you really desire to be healthy, join us on our podcast. Let us help you in your pathway to religion.